Jake Bailey ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in April, the rookie from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Lawrence. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. They try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they're spotted. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They'll be led by the Heisman finalist from a season ago, the rookie from Alabama, Mac Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Jones. Flush to his right. Jones hit and the ball's held. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. This is caught by Tate. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times, and I actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds Aguilar over the middle. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that.
Well, on every play call, you is not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 39.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Uses the stiff arm. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
From the 44, Jones. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The give is to Bell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 36, Jones escaping the pressure right. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the scramble. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Tony Jefferson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And Folk's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll be in search of their initial points of the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Lawrence completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On third down, Lawrence will try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to a first down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Caught right side, Tate. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Eluding the pressure right. First down and much more here for Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Marvin Hall returning it. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. A give to Bell. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Jones on 3rd down. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown! Nelson Aguilar. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
We'll get this off to ETN. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down. 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dante Hightower came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's Jones. On 1st and 10. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back now in Foxborough. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run with Bell is he'll get about 6 there. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
63 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Here's Bell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And Folk's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes the... They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Bell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jones fires this quickly to Tate. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Bell. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. To throw on third down, Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Patriots have it.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And some room to roam now. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play that time for Jacksonville.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
A final shot now for Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the
You
Facing off for just the sixth time, Detroit plays host to Baltimore in Week 3. The Lions attempt to defeat the Ravens for just the second time, right here on EA Sports.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to...
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
On 1st and 10, Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Big hold to the 30. And some room to work. Pretty move. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 82 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
but I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Goff now to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Goff. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The kick by Parkey is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.